Often on the weekends, Mrs. B and I will be a little bit lazy and decide to eat our dinner in the lounge in front of the TV. Now, every time that we do this, we always watch some kind of food-related TV. Over the years, we've worked our way through every single episode of every single show ever made by Anthony Bourdain. And now that we've come to the end of that, there's a few other food shows that we're starting to have a look at on Netflix. One of those shows is called Breakfast, Lunch and Dinner, and this is hosted by David Chang. Now, this is only a handful of episodes long. It's only 4 episodes, and in each episode he has a different celebrity guest that he takes either to somewhere local in America or overseas. David Chang is a really excellent host, and I've never really watched anything with him in it before, but he's got a real charming nature about him. Over the course of 4 episodes, David Chang will charm you with his easy, laid-back, chilled-out style. He's got a very easygoing nature. He's got a real visible love of a good meal. And he's got a curiosity about the food that they try in these different places as well. And he's curious not just about the food, but also about the cultures of the places that they go to as well. His guests on the 4 episodes are Seth Rogen, Chrissy Teigen, Lena Waite, and Kate McKinnon. And each of the episodes is slightly different in what the guest brings to the table. He's in a different country in each episode, as I said, and he takes his guests to a variety of food spots in those places, from street food sitting on a plastic stool, through to home cooking, through to more sort of formal dining settings. And in much the same way as Anthony Bourdain did it, Chang and his guests get to know their hosts, their country and the related culture over a shared meal. And I think it's a really good way of getting to know a place and its customs. It's really interesting to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed watching this. A couple of the episodes in particular stood out to us. But what we liked about it is that it doesn't really follow that traditional food TV formula. For example, each episode starts with a little mini cinematic piece that Chang stars in. And it all works together really, really well to make you curious about learning more about these cultures and the food and the places that Chang goes to in each episode. There's some hilarious moments. For example, in the very first episode with Seth Rogen, David Chang gets absolutely stoned out of his brains, like off to a completely different dimension. And while as high as a kite like that, they go around a number of different restaurants and try out the food. That was extremely funny to watch. It was one of the highlights of the 4 episodes. And even in the Lena Waite episode, it was also quite hilarious, where she has a love of ordering a huge pile of food, way more than they could possibly eat. And watching David sort of get uncomfortable with the amount of food coming to the table was quite funny as well. And then even to take it to a different tack, the episode with Kate McKinnon, it got all philosophical in places. So there's a real variety of styles that are presented in each episode. I really hope that they make more of these, because it was a real fun and interesting series. And David Chang, as I said, is a really, really good host. In fact, I was quite gutted when I saw that there was only 4 episodes to watch. It left me wanting more, and I love it when a TV show does this. And if you like a good bit of food travel TV, then Breakfast, Lunch and Dinner, hosted by David Chang, is definitely worth a spot on your watch list.
What have I gotten myself into?
It's like hugely multicultural, and the food's like amazing.
That's one of the best things I've ever tasted. You're my tour guide.
Cheers. This is a dream.